So this time, this is the Pacific, the Great East Asian War, which took place in the Monarchism. But there's one mistake I have to explain to you in Monarchism. So I realized the country and its allies who declare war first loses. Like how Germany declared war in Poland, starting World War II, and Austria-Hungary declared war in Serbia, starting World War One. So the Hellenic Empire winning with its allies video could be wrong, but let's get to the real video. So, and yeah, that was actually one wrong, so I probably have to fix it. But anyways, so Japan wants to expand, declaring war on Korea and China. Korea has this in this scenario, declaring that in 2035, the invasion of Korea starts. The landing on the Korean peninsula, taking chunks of Korean land, taking this land, and then going up and encircling Seoul, which is surrounded with many troops. The other place in it, they easily take Pyongyang. The siege of Seoul ends. Then the fall of Korea. Peace treaty. Korea is made to a puppet state known as the Governorate of Chosen. After that, Japan convinces the Russian Empire to declare war on Mongolia, take some parts of China, and they did. Mongolia, who was not in the war, is just completely just sitting there when Russia declares war. The Khanate of Mongolia is no more. Yeah, we say goodbye to the Khan. The occupation of East Mongolia has started, and the capture of Inner Mongolia, which sieges four major places, which are then captured. Then you take it, but one thing, you leave the war, but you don't. And I'm going to include their leaders. Wait, I don't know yet. I don't know if I can include their leaders now. Not yet. Russia is still in the war, but not active, which leads to the Japanese invasion of China. Manchuria is captured, and Beijing is sieged. Beijing won't fall yet, but have it on its hand. Capture of Japanese coast in the early 2050s. These food captured, which now leads to peace. With the encircle of armies, this province is captured. In 2061, when the Russian Emperor fell, when Kirill II died, making Kazakhstan part of that assassination of Have Kirill II made that happen. Of course, we will hide provinces. Because I forgot. The sea still rises. No. No. Show. That was an accident. You say. I'm not in color mode. Which leads to this. Why you give birth to children. Done with that. And now we continue. With the coast rising, the island of Hong Kong gets battled. And guess what? Japanese troops were near Hong Kong when they suddenly to the waves. But then Hong Kong was defended, so they fought back a little to bombers. And the invasion of Kazakhstan. Woo! You shouldn't have. And guess what? They refused the ultimatum. Which, yeah, you're definitely screwed. Capital city is captured. And now you are forced to now suffer. This is the feeling of Kazakhstan. Just no. That this is like this their feeling. Yeah. It's occupied, but then they decide to annex. Then the invasion of Taiwan, which is you are now gone. Bing. 2 islands. Now we continue. They expand more, but then rebels pop up. The Tibet Rebellion, which creates other rebel have Tsardom of Kitaya, which is the Russian translation of China, and we have the Indo-Chinese kingdom having this. But then that doesn't stop the second sea rising with dams being built. The sea is safe. But then some fights in China take place. The new new founder of Guangxi, China, who was Huan Swan in 2085, comes to power, which campaigns are successful till 27 when Japan signs an armistice with them and declares war on Russia and the Tsardom of Kitaya. The big invasion starts now, with the Indo-Chinese kingdom staying as its ally to Japan and NATO and other. And then Mongolian rebels start. Then and in 2090 they finally did that. Then what happened later? Then with this, oh yeah, this is just randomly. At first, they seem to be doing really bad, and we not thinking. And the Tsardom of Kitaya attacks Japan and the other China. But then later with the support of other countries, they were able to make it. The Central Asian Union fought back against the Tsar Russia. That Mongolia then leaves the war, declaring victory. Then the Tsardom ends the fight in Kazakhstan. After the 4 lands were gone, then they take more. The Russians, major power, are losing the front in Europe as well. But I can't show you it. Sorry. The invasion of Russia started in the Eastern Front, attacking Tuva is now given to Mongolia. They stop in the Urals in 2105 when Russia surrenders. Then they wait to 2109 to beat the Hellenic Empire and its defeat. And the Tsardom of Kitaya stayed to 21 till its defeat and surrender. But then in 2110, the United Indian Peninsula, which formed in 2110 actually. So you see, when gaining independence from the British Empire from 1947, the India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Bangladesh decided to unite. But then 16 years later, after their unification, the king of those countries was assassinated, which made them split between two sons. Yes, two sons. And the two sons didn't had to control their own lands since that assassination. But then 2110, it was when the sons made children, and one of the king of Pakistan. The king, they decided to unite after the death of one of the kings, which now makes it yes, Pakistan did lose land to those two great things, but you can't really, okay, you can see this. And Nepal stayed with India. And I forgot the video wasn't and Tibet owned Bhutan since independence. So the invasion of the Bhutan started. Quick one. Bhutan gets invaded. really quick, smoothly. Then Tibet is captured. Now they leave the war, declaring victory. Then the Kingdom of China isn't done yet. Fight off the Japanese down here, and they take some land from the Indo-Chinese kingdom, making them leave the war. They let Xinjiang stay, but then the Central Asian Union finally leaves. Turkestan unites with the China, and battles have UK. The Battle of the two Taiwans were victorious for the Chinese. Then the Battle of Hong Kong again. This time the Kingdom of China prepared. Or the Battle of Shanghai. This island that they can keep. And finally, the Rebellion of Korea. The war ended in 2125, ending in the Chinese victory. And the Kingdom of China, led by Gugan's the First. And now East Asian countries who battled it all. Well, little explanation time now. The Kingdom of China, who is now led by Gugan's One, who is actually a European. He was born in 2060. And now he's the leader of China. Thank you, and no, the video didn't end. Well, that was just like me doing something to do really important. But anyways, the King of China is Gugan's One, which I already explained. The first. Okay. Then he was like, who is the King of China? Then we have Mei Rusan, who is the King of Korea. Fun fact: the Kingdom of China is actually European, so that's why they use the first, the second, the first. Oh, then Japan, who lost the war pretty badly. So that's all for the video. And you can do other ideas. So, bye.